Okay. Okay, welcome to the first session of our teacher's course. But basically, the intention is that to prepare you for teaching higher levels and for you to take to sit a certification test so that you improve your professional background and you can get better jobs, as well as you become more proficient in teaching classes with us. Okay. Well, let's start with the TKT. I'm going to record this session in three parts. The first part will be the TKT course. So the second one will be TOEFL, and the last one will be uh, teaching in general, but according to our system. Okay. Okay. So so we have Carlos, Evelyn, Jessica, and Merari. Merari is driving.
Sí, gracias. Que si no nos deja salir, que le podemos informar con el botón amarillo o que no podemos pasar.
Okay. Okay, Merari. Yes. Well, let's start. So, what is TKT? TKT stands for, well, I'm going to tell you, this might be obvious, but I'm going to tell you this, yes. One day I was teaching a class in quick learning and I was just beginning. It was the year beginning in quick learning. I was just beginning and I was teaching in one side of the school, what part, the left side of the school and the right side, there was another teacher, yes. We were not allowed to go out, no, from our class. So she opened the door of her room and she asked, and she waved at me then I went out and I said, yeah, how can I help you? And she said, what does API stand for? And I was like, what? What does API stand for? I didn't know what she meant with it. Yes. So, and then I said, so, I cannot hear you. Sorry. So and I closed the door of my my room and I continued teaching, but I didn't understand what she meant. Well, so when we have acronyms are words that are made by initials, like TKT. So the question we use to know what each letter represents is what does it stand for. So then TKT stands for the teaching knowledge test or teacher's knowledge test. So which is a certification given by Cambridge. Yes. Let me tell you something. Yes, in Harmon, no, in the Anglo, the British Council, and the International Health, which are the three top English schools in Mexico. Yes, when you say I have the TKT, they tell you, good for you. So what? Okay, so the TKT does not mean anything to them. Yes. However, if you go to kindergarten schools, to most elementary schools, private schools, SEP schools, and you say I have the TKT certification, they say, wow, master. Yes. So this is like in the Anglo International House and the British Council. Yes. So they say that the TKT certification is overrated. Yes. Okay. What is TKT? TKT is, there are three phases for teaching. Yes. Three phases a teacher goes through. The first phase is, what do I need to know before starting teaching? Yes. What do I need to know before starting? Yes. How the language works, and the system of pronunciation, etc., etc. Yes. Okay. Okay. And then the second phase is, yes. What do I need to do, or what do I need to know to plan a class? Yes, I'm going to send you this information, this presentation. And the last one is, how do I solve the problems that I face in class? Yes, that I encounter in class. Okay, so TKT is a new certification in teaching English. Before the TKT, we just had teachers courses, no? The teachers diplomas. Okay. Now, let me tell you something like you might not know about the teachers diplomas. Yes, they are not recognized by, they are not recognized officially by SEP. Yeah, so you might have a teacher's course, a teacher's diploma given by the Anglo International House, the British Council, the Center, Quick Learning Hub and Hall. And for SEP, it's like, yeah, I don't care about it, yeah, because they are not official. Yes, they don't have the SEP seal and they don't have a, like we say, cédula profesional, yes, okay. So it's just a goodwill diploma. What is that? That it is the prestige of the institution, the one that says if it is valid or not. Yes, like you say, oh, you have a teacher diploma from the Anglo, or the one of the Anglo is a school that works together with Cambridge, and it has an affiliation with a British embassy in Mexico, and Queen Elizabeth visited the Anglo when she came to Mexico. So, okay, so that's the prestige of the school that gives value to a teacher's space. Okay, while continuing with TKT, it's a teaching knowledge test. It's not a test of the language proficiency. It's not a test of classroom performance. So it is offered internationally, and Cambridge ESL English as a second language. Yes. Okay, quality assurance procedure. So basically, if you have a TKT, you might go to teach in Tanzania, Mongolia, China, whatever, and it is accepted. Yes, because it's Cambridge. Yeah. So my recommendation is never have just one certification. If you have TKT, okay, go for a teacher's diploma. You have a teacher's diploma now. Go for a bachelor's degree in English teaching, or if you have a bachelor's degree in whatever it is, in accounting, administration, whatever, okay, take a specialization in English teaching, or a diploma in translation or whatever, yes, from a university. So that when you go to ask for a job, you can say, what do you have a TKT? Yes, I have a TKT, the teacher's diploma, I have this and this and this. Yes, so choose what better fits for you. Yes, okay. Better suits you. Okay. Let me tell you another thing why the TKT is overrated according to the Anglo-British Council and the International House. Yes, the level you need to take the English proficiency you need to have to take the TKT course is the TKT certification or preparation course, or even take the exam, is just B1, which is PET, intermediate level. Yes, and the TKT exam is not, it's not really challenging. Yes, it is just common sense. If you use common sense, even if you take the exam without deciding, you might pass it with good grades. Yes, okay. So the TKT is for pre-service teachers. There are two kind of teachers courses: pre-service and in-service. Pre-service is TKT teachers course. Yes, in-service is teacher development course, teachers proficiency course, and there is the teachers that is called in-service teachers course. Yes, so for those who have, for example, for the in-service teachers course, you need to have 500 hours of teaching. For the teachers development course, 1,000. For the teachers proficiency course, 1,500 hours of teaching. Yes, so how do you prove this? With a letter from the institution where you're working. Yes? Which this is also like, if you have a friend in school, you say, hey, give me a letter that says that I have been working here for more than 1,000 hours, right? Okay, no formal entry requirements. Yes, so you might take it, you might pass it, you might have your certification and be working as an accountant or whatever it is. Okay, for teachers of primary, secondary, and other levels. Yes. Remember, elementary, junior high is American term. Primary, secondary, yes, or middle school is for the British It's a British term. What is in each module? Yes, we have 3 modules. Nowadays, there is a 4th module that is the CLIL. Yes, but this is experimental. Okay, module 1, language and background to language learning and teaching, which is what do you need to know before starting teaching? Part 1 is describing language and language skills, grammar, lexics, phonology, functions, skills, and soft skills. Grammar, well, the structure of the language. Lexics, vocabulary, phonology, pronunciation, functions. Why do we speak? For communicating what? For example, if I say, wow, why do I say, wow, what is my intention? Yes, yes, okay. So skills and soft skills, the 4 basic skills. I say there are 5. Many teachers say there are 5 skills. Yes, reading, listening, that are the input skills. Writing, speaking, that are the output skills, and use of English. How proficient you are in the use of the language, phrases, vocabulary, structures. Yes, you might speak English. You might be a native speaker and say, "Oh, you liked it. You liked it, huh?" So that is not the same like, "Oh." So from the reaction of your face, I might infer that you did really like the movie, huh? Isn't don't you? So you really like the movie, didn't you? Yes. Okay. Okay. Language and background to language learning and teaching. Part 2, background to language learning. So it's the previous before learning the language, yes? So what do I need to prepare a class? So first section is, how much do I need from the language, about the language in order to start teaching, and about teaching, of course. Part 2 is, what do I need to know? Sorry, to plan a class. And part 3, how do I solve the problems of the class? Motivation, exposure, and language to focus on form, the role of error, differences between L1 and L2, the L1 Spanish, L2 English, no? How L1 influences in L2. Learning characteristics and needs, yes? You know that there is a theory of intelligences that says that there are 9 intelligences. Nowadays, this theory has been refuted, just rejected. And we don't say, they don't call it like. Tell me, Carlos.
You're showing us just one image. I don't know if you're reading something.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I don't know if it was only me, but because you were previously not showing anything.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you very much for telling me. Yes. Okay. This was the previous one. So part 1 of module 1, describing language and skills, grammar, lexics, phonology, functions, skills, and soft skills. So I'm going to send you this presentation. Yeah. So maybe you might take notes about what I explained for me. Yes, and it's not in these slides. Yes. So grammar, how structures of the language, lexics, vocabulary, phrases, words, idioms. Yes. Phonology, how pronunciation works. Functions is why we speak, skills and sub skills. Yes, the five ones that I mentioned. For example, skill, reading, sub skill, skimming, we read, scanning, trying to find some specific information. Yes, reading for detail for detail. Yes, so understanding each piece of the. So these are the sub skills. Yes, listening, for example, for speaker's intention. What is the intention of the speaker? Yes. For example, if I see Juanito's girlfriend, yes, and I say, "Wow, is she your girlfriend?" It's not the same that if I say, "Is she your girlfriend?" Yes, than to say, "Is she your girlfriend?" or to say, "Is she your girlfriend?" or "Is she your girlfriend?" or "Is she your girlfriend?" It's not the same. Yes. Okay. So background to language learning. So what I said, motivation, how we motivate our students, exposure to language and focus on form, how we expose the students to the language. if it is in audios, readings, if it is in conversations, if it is in real life situations, if it is in academic situations. The role of error, there are two things. Well, there are three kind of errors that are like errors. It's, I made a mistake, but I don't know. For example, when you're teaching regular verbs, no, in past, and the student said, I go it to the movies. I go it to the movies, and it's an error. He doesn't know irregular verbs. No, yes. So it's an error. Mistake is when you know and you make a mistake. So you have already studied about the regular verbs and you continue saying go it. So that is an error. And sleep is like, oh, it's just like, I was being careless, and I said, she don't care. Okay, she doesn't care. No, sleep. You might self-correct it. A mistake, you might need the help of the teacher, like, just like, sorry, what do you say? Okay, and then you say, sorry, you mean to be given certain awareness, yes. And an error is like you need teaching, yes, to correct it, yes. Differences between L1 and L2 learning, language learning. So what are the differences between English and Spanish? For example, Carlos, give me a difference between English and Spanish. I'm going to give you one. In Spanish, we pronounce as it is written.
Okay.
Evelyn, give me one. Merari, give me one.
A difference between English and Spanish would be that we use the adjectives before the nouns. In
Very
English
good.
and in Spanish, we use it.
And adjectives are always singular.
Oh, yes, by the way.
Yes, okay. Well, yes. And we have compound adjectives in English, right? Okay,
Is
another
that only one?
Evelyn. A difference between English and Spanish.
Another difference is that in Spanish, the verbs changes for all the subjects, and in English, not all the times. Sometimes it stays the same for all the subjects.
There are more conjugations in Spanish than in English, right? Okay, very good. Jessica, difference between English and Spanish? I said Merari left. Ran away. Okay, so a difference between English and Spanish, Jessica? In Spanish, we omit the subject. In English, we have to use it all the time, except when we say and, etc. Well, I don't know what. Maybe Jessica is not listening to me. Okay, or she doesn't even care about what I'm saying. Okay. Okay. Learning characteristics and needs. There are kinesthetic students. What is a kinesthetic student? They need to be active. They need to touch. They need to, yes, they need to move to learn. Kinesthetic. Yes, kinesthetic means that move, in movement, in motion. Yes. So there are oral. They call them oral students. So those students that learn better by listening. Visual students. I'm one of those. Yes, that is yeah, I learn better by reading. I need to see images, having slides, having images, audio, videos, yes, etc. And okay. And well, there are others that are analytical. So they need to analyze it. They like being given formulas, yeah, like subject, verb, complement, or the stick figures, yes, so that they can understand, yes, the things like this. Well, it is very difficult to attend to one specific intelligence when you are teaching. So that's why, if you notice in the system that we use, we try to explore, yes, visual things, the audios, images, writing, reading, yes, role plays, several activities, so as to, in a way, impact in every kind of intelligence, yes, or learning style. And now they are not called intelligences. Now they are called learning styles. Because what is it? I am a visual person. but I'm also kinesthetic and analytical. So we don't have just one learning style. So, okay. But that, for example, if I had to teach you English and I had to and I were teaching you classes like I am doing now, that you are being passive, I am the only one who is speaking, you maybe you would quit in five lessons, you know? Okay. So background to language teaching, yes. Presentation techniques, how do I present my classes? Introductory activities, how do I introduce a class? Practice activities, what the students have to do with the information they are being given. Tasks for language and skills development. Assess evaluations, yes? For example, let me ask you a question. In our system, do we use exams? Do we use assessment? What do we use? What is the difference between exams and assessment? MPI, not possessing information. Yes. An exam is a formal action in which you are given a bunch of papers and you have to answer exercises. Yes, so this is a formal examination with test. Assessment is when you are evaluating. It might be formal, informally. Yes, so formally, informally. Yes, it might be with exams. It might be with practice. So what we do in fact is assessing. When a student asks you, teacher, and when am I going to take the exam? Every day. In every single activity, I am assessing you. For example, if I am, today I was teaching present simple and present continuous to a student, Aline. Yes, and she really struggled. She was, she know is, she don't, etc. And she don't being, yes, and thing like, wait. I cannot continue with the next activity if I don't make sure first that she knows how to use present simple correctly, present continuous correctly, and both of them together. So I needed to be giving her more exercises, more explanations, yes, etc., etc. So this is the evaluation we do. Is we evaluate, but through assessment, not through examination. You see? However, there are some students. Look, let me tell you something. I have 2 bachelor degrees in English teaching, pedagogy, well, and 1 in preschool teaching, but I never mention it because I don't like teaching kids. But what did I learn in? What did I learn? If you ask me, what do you learn in licenciatura en enseñanza de inglés? How to teach beautiful classes. Yes, that's what they teach you, to teach beautiful classes. But effective classes, maybe not. Yes, what did I learn in pedagogy? How people learn. And the combination of both is, sorry, teacher, I can listen with my earphones. Let me go for others, okay? Can you hear now? Jesse? Yes? Okay, very good, yes? By the way, I've been doing observations during this week. I did 4 observations. I'm going to continue doing observations. The intention is to share tips with you to improve your classes. It's not like to scold anyone or, yes. What do we call this? Like, teacher, shoot my ass off, shoot anybody's asses off. Yes, it's not like, it's just like to how you can improve your classes. Yes, for example, I told a teacher that was speaking, and a very nice class, fun class, etc., etc. Yes, I really loved it, but the students were not talking. I said, okay, beautiful class indeed, but was that effective? Were the students learning? How can you assess that? Can you give me a proof that you assessed the student's performance today? The student's performance today? And he was like, oh yeah, well, they spoke like a minute. Imagine in 1 hour and a half, 1 minute of speaking. Yes, so, and the rest was the teacher show. Yes, so, okay, so teaching is not just being in front of students and speaking. Yes, teaching is spouting words. Yes, so teaching is communicating, helping students learn. That is helping students. We are not teachers. We are facilitators of knowledge. Yes, so I told this teacher when I was giving him feedback. Yes, when I was giving him feedback. Yes, I said you have great potential, of course. Yes, you are fun and enthusiastic, dynamic. I really loved your class. Yes, it was wonderful. Yes, however, you focus on your students, and you have to memorize this formula. The progress of your students is not directly proportional to the number of classes that they take. The progress of your students is directly proportional to the minutes they are speaking and writing with correct structure, cohesive and coherent ideas in a class. Yes? So when they are writing a story, when they are speaking what they did during the day or participating in a dialogue, yes? And there are two things that are basic, two concepts that will be basic for you in our teaching system. TTT, teachers talking time, and STT, students talking time. So, I mean, talking means talking and writing, communicating. I would say TDT, teachers, TCT, teachers communicating time, or teaching and speaking time, yes, and SCT, no, students communication time. So communicating is like, not like, it's Brown, number 3 teacher. There's no communication. Yes, communication is when you say, I think the answer is number 3 due to the fact that I noticed that the girl was being angry, and they say here, I rated an angry as synonym. So for me, the answer is 3. That is communication. Yes, so then the progress of your students is, for example, Jessica is teaching Monica. I was teaching Monica. I observed the class with 2 times. I observed Monica 2 times with 2 different teachers. And my question is, why is if Monica has been taking classes? This is my worry. Monica has been taking classes with us for 5 months. Yes, she's in lesson 19. Yes, in lesson 19, intro level. Good progress. Is she speaking? Is she communicating? Is she writing? Is she progressing? No, she's not. She just gives phrases, blue, black, in the office, tomorrow. That is not communication. So there's no progress at all. So what must our focus be in class? Our focus must be that our students are communicating. Communicating is, if I ask a question, what day is today? Saturday. Sorry, what day is today? Saturday. Give me a complete sentence. It's Saturday. And what is the subject? It is Saturday. Say it again. It is Saturday. One more time. It is Saturday. Okay. Thank you very much. It is Saturday. And what can you tell me? Do you like Saturdays? Yes. Guess what? Yes, I like. What do you like? I like Saturday. Okay. Give me a complete sentence. The complete sentence again. I like Saturday. So what day is today? Saturday. It's Saturday. And do you like it? Yes, I like it. Why do you like it? Okay. Okay. I like it because it's very nice. Okay. Can you tell me the 3 sentences together? Okay. Today is Saturday. I like Saturday because I can go out with my friends. That is communication. Yes. And this is our objective. Yes. So we, and something that sometimes we do, this is like, speaking about assessment. So this is my assessment in everyday class, in every activity. My student is not, for example, how many of you tell your students that at the end of a sentence, they have to write a period. Why? Because one of the differences between English and Spanish is that in Spanish we say, me llamo Felipe, coma, trabajo en la UNAM, coma, doy clases en el Heroico Colegio Militar, en la Escuela Superior de Guerra, coma, y también in English, no, in English is, I am Felipe, period. I work at the UNAM, period. Yes? Besides, comma, so for example, I am, besides, I am teaching at the Escuela Superior de Guerra, period. Yes? So how many of you tell your students that whenever they write a sentence, they have to use a final period after a sentence? Why? To understand the mechanics between English and Spanish, the differences, yes? Okay, so well. Let me ask you a question. If I send you a TKT test and a TOEFL test, yes, would you answer it so that next week I tell you which level you are in TKT and TOEFL, or you will be like, oh, I forgot, I didn't have time. Would you do it, or so as to not to waste my time? Yes, Evelyn, would you do it? Or you don't have the time? Tell me honestly.
Maybe we can divide it. Like maybe we can start with the TKT only.
Okay, we start with TKT. I will give you the TKT. There are 80 questions per section, 3 sections. Just answer it like whatever comes to your mind first. Don't overanalyze. Don't try to investigate. No. And we discuss it next week. Yes. And the other week I give you TOEFL. And just like that, maybe the first section listening. Second section grammar. Yes. Okay. So, well, planning and preparing module 2. First module, I repeat again. What do I need to know before teaching? Module 2. Yes. What do I need to plan a class? Yes. So what do I need to plan a class? Planning or preparing lessons or a sequence of lessons. It's not the same to plan one class than 2 classes that will have a connection. How do I connect the 2 things? No. Okay. Identify and select aims or goals. No. So you need to have an objective. What is my objective for the class? Components of a lesson plan. Yes. So in our lesson plan, well, let me tell you something. There is something that and this is something that now that I'm going to start I'm going to start a course. I'm telling you just in case you're interested. I will study a course. It's in Universidad Pedagógica del Caribe. Is master's degree and doctor's degree in 3 years. Yes, it's together. And my idea and the idea that I want to develop in these 2 years is that well, itself, for example, you work at CEP, so you must be preparing lesson plans, I suppose. Yes. So, but let me tell you that so there is a concept that in my conception, because I worked in the Anglo for 10 years, and it's very funny, but in the Anglo, teachers and supervisors, I was a mentor there also. So mentor, not a dementor. I was a mentor. So a mentor, like helping teachers have better grades in class observation. The focus of the class observers from the Anglo was like to destroy the teachers' self-confidence, their dignity, whatever. They just told them the class was a fail because of this, and they told you everything you did wrong. And with an attitude of in class, imagine somebody's observing you with this, crossing the leg, looking at you like this. May I have your lesson plan? Yeah, and observing and making gestures like that. So they destroy you, no? They take your self-confidence down, no? So, but if you go to a class and you observe and you're like this and taking notes and You look like attentive, like this. And and the teacher knows that the observation information will be for the benefit of the teacher. It's a different thing. So come and observe me whenever you want, because I know that you will give me better tips to my class, no? Okay. Well, the components of a lesson plan. I was giving you all of this thing because I understand that a lesson plan is, I am not giving you a lesson plan. Yes, what I am giving you is a sequence of activities. So this is what I call sequencing. Yes, so we have, why? Because we have, this is what the Anglo British Council and other schools don't understand. And I understand it. Yes, because I am a visionary teacher. Now, it's because I like to contradict and ask questions. And yes, people, my observers told me, no, you have to do this because Jeremy Harmer says in his book, on page, in the third paragraph, that lesson planning is, okay. And when I was mentoring, and no, it's because the observer told me that Jeremy Harmer says that, okay, Jeremy Harmer says that. What does he say? That the lesson plan is a route to get to a goal. And what do you think? Is he right or not? He must be right. He's a doctor. He's a writer. He might be wrong. How many people say that that the Earth is flat? No, for many years, and it was the center of the universe. So until other scientists came to reject this information. No, so don't take everything for granted. So what? Okay, this is what Jeremy Harmer says. Scrivener, and yes, whatever. What do I think, according to my experience, that must be correct? What Jeremy Harmer says, what Scrivener says, what, or a combination of things. No? So basically, what is the principal problem that we have when we plan a class? You have a book. Normally, if you notice, if you check the interchange book or whatever book you check, you open you open the book, and the 2 pages that you have is just like a lesson. No? And then that lesson must be covered like in one class. And in the past, teaching was focused on grammar, translation, whatever. Now it is focused on communication, but with a context. If you notice, this is what I am trying to do is I open the interchange book and I see activities that maybe I said, how can I sequence these activities like to tell a story? And giving the teacher different ways to take, no? So for example, the teacher Juanito opens the book and says, if you start teaching the activities as they come in the book, maybe you're not sequencing well because the skills of your students and the level they have does not match to connect, to have an introduction and a listening immediately, because they don't know how the vocabulary, you need to be taking them by the hand. What do you see here? And what is the, then set into context. So this is what I am doing, taking the information, present it like in a way that it can be digestible for the students. Yes, and they can take all this information in a way that they don't, that they can assimilate it, no, like they can absorb it. Now, this is sequencing. What is a lesson plan? With that sequence that I am giving you, what are you going to do with it? How you are going to take the students? For example, you say, Carlos, no, you have Santa and Nancy. They are quite smart. And you say this activity is going to be super easy for them. I skip it. Or I change it for another activity that might be challenging for them. Okay, Evelyn is teaching classes to Ricardo. And she says, this activity, for example, one thing that I noticed is that the last conversation you overstretched. Yes, there were moments of we call it uncomfortable silence. Yes, Like, yes, and that's what I did. And the other says, and did you like it? And what are you getting the and like, so it's like you're forcing a conversation that does not give anything anything also. It's like maybe because it was the last activity and you say, it's the next lesson, the next task, and I don't want to be in the middle or whatever. Okay, how can you make up in order to basically maybe it was the time for you to say, this is the time for a song, or I'm going to have him write a story, or I'm going just to use these last 5 minutes, or we're going to role play a conversation, or I'm going to whatever. Or for example, Jessica is teaching Monica, and she notices that Monica is not speaking with complete sentences, not connecting two sentences, yes, to say logical, to give a logical conversation. She's going to say, okay, I have to continue with the listening, but how can I make this listening digestible for her? Like she can absorb it. Okay, I'm going to play the listening, and I'm going to tell her to explain the listening to me before in her words. Tell me 3 ideas that you understood. Maybe not understood, yes? Or I'm okay. Then she says, there were 3 doctors. Where were they? In an office. Okay, put these ideas together. They were 3 doctors working in an office. My question for Jessica would be, is she able to understand reductions of present participles? Three doctors working in an office, is that a verb? No, right? She's in a stage of she cannot construct a simple sentence, and you give her a reduction with present participles. Maybe the message for her is that I can put 2 verbs in a sentence using 1 subject. No? There are 3 doctors working. Okay, so there are 3 doctors, period. They were working. They were working in an office. This is the level she has. And this is what our focus must be right now, constructing simple sentences. There are 3 doctors. They are in an office. They are working. And then give them since our teacher talking time must be reduced, must be lowered, we are going to use prompting questions a lot. Okay, what do you see in this picture? There are 3 teachers. Where are they? They are at school. Are they teaching? No, they are not teaching. What are they doing? They are planning a class. How do you know they are planning a class? They are planning a class because they have books on their hands and there are no students around. Okay. So, okay, can you put these sentences together? Write them together here in WhatsApp, not in the Zoom chat. Why not in the Zoom chat? Yes, that I noticed that some teachers use the Zoom chat to give feedback, to provide answers or whatever. Why not? Because when I close Zoom, the information disappears. And in the WhatsApp group, the information stays. Yes? So that's why we have to use the chat Zoom, the chat in Zoom, or the Zoom chat. Yes? So in order to give information that we want our students to remember, correction of exercises, yes, etc. But in the chat in Zoom, maybe like, teacher, my microphone does not work. Or teacher, I'm having problems with there's a light lining around my house and the lights are like flashing. Okay, maybe for that communication, use Zoom. Yes, but for information concerning the class, the explanation, imagine you give a wonderful explanation of present simple and you wrote that explanation, and then the class is over, and the information disappears, and the student didn't copy that. Okay, well, so well, we have to plan a class. So all of this was like, I planned the classes for a purpose. And I take like 10 hours planning a class. And when I observe a class, the teacher does something totally different from what the plan was, no, what the sequence was. Okay, actually, it's because I suppose that this activity was going to work better. Okay, justify it. Why you didn't use the material you were given? Why you advance only one activity in 1 hour and a half? 1 hour, yes? So, okay, you have to justify it. If there was a academic, instructional purpose, perfect. Okay, I have no problem with it. But if it was just like, because I feel more confident using this material. Okay, but what was the academic purpose? Yes, okay. If you notice sequence activities, I divide the class in tasks. Task 1 is a warm-up, ludic or fun activity to connect, having the student connect with the language. It's time to speak English, okay? It's time to speak English. So then task 2, set into context. We are going to speak English, but we are going to talk in the context of couples who meet, like in second level, first class. We are going couples who meet, but they are from different countries. One of them might be an immigrant. If you notice, all the classes about that. Yes, okay. Ideally, all the exercises, the grammar exercises and everything should be about the same. If you notice the song that I use and the posters and everything have to do with that context. Yes, okay. Task 3, grammar and vocabulary. Okay, we are going to talk about couples of immigrants who meet in the past. Okay, we have to teach past simple. Okay, but we teach grammar inductively, not deductively. What is deductively? Giving rules and giving the whole explanation. Okay, guys, today we're going to learn the past simple. The past simple is when, but the students have a student. Most of our students is not common that we have a student who starts from 0. Most of our students have come from other schools, and they have had classes of the past simple. I don't care about teaching grammar deductively. We teach it inductively. Okay, I'm not going to say, okay, I'm not going to say I'm going to teach the past simple. I say, okay, Juanito, there are look at these sentences. Yes, what is common? What is the common thing between them? What do they have in common? They are in past. Okay, they are in past. Very good. Guess what? All of them contain at least one. All of them contain one mistake. Okay, I want you to identify the mistakes. The mistakes have to do with the rules. Yes, so if Juanito says, instead of do, it has to say that don't tell them, okay, read the number 1 and give me the answer. No, when we introduce this grammar, give them time to think. Okay, Juanito, read the 8 sentences silently, correct them. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Yes, you answer, write your answers in the WhatsApp group. Okay, okay, Juanito, that checks. Okay, now let's check your answers. Number 1, you say, what does she doing? What does she doing yesterday? Why did you say that? Because it's auxiliary. And what is auxiliary for the past? What is the past of do and does? Yes, teacher, did. Okay. You're not teaching rules. You are having the students reflect. Think about what they know. Yes, what did she be do? No. After did, what kind of verb do we use? Do we use a verb in ing? No, teacher, is simple. What did she do yesterday? Yes, of course. What did she do yesterday? Okay, very good. Okay, maybe from the 8 sentences that have to do with the A rules of the present simple, Juanito made 3 mistakes. Okay, in the use of did, in the use of the conjugation of irregular verbs, that's what you have to explain. I remember, Juanito, that one, and that's it. An explanation of 5 minutes. Not like one day I observed a class and the teacher gave an explanation of present simple. You have, no, question, it was question words. 1 hour teaching question words. And we use what? Because and the information, but and who's and what So it was a whole experience, and the students were just listening to the teacher for 1 hour explaining how to use question words. Yes. Was there communication? No. Was the student learning by reflection, analysis, doing something? No. Okay. Well, so let's continue next. Selection and uses of resources and materials. One of the things that happened that I when I in my experience, yes, in classes, is that many teachers in the Anglo, and I think that teachers at SEP have the same problem, yeah, the same situation. They have like a closet where they keep materials, and they, oh, it's time to go to work. They open the closet and they pick 3 or 4 things. Yes, a lottery game, a bingo game, then Divina Quien, and things like this, and they run with it to the class. Huh? And so, and then when they are in classes, how can I adapt these games to the activity I'm going to do now? I am saving you all that process by selecting the activities you have to do. The games, the listenings are there in yellow. Of course, if you open them with Microsoft Office in internet, you will not be able to open them directly. If you get the lesson plan and you have Microsoft Office in your computers, yes, the yellow bars are the audios. You just double click on them and you can listen. Yes. So it is not like, so I'm giving you everything in the sequencing. I don't call it lesson plan. Lesson plan is what you are going to do with it, how you are going to give it give it a thought, how you're going to give it a thought and say, okay, I'm going to handle these activities like this, no? Based on my knowledge of the student, based on how the student is working in there. This reading was really easy for him. I'm going to give him another reading from the British Council website or whatever. Yes? Or these questions are so easy. I'm going to change the questions a little bit to make them more difficult for him or her. Yes. Okay. So I'm telling you all of this so you think, or you get to understand that all the sequencing that I have prepared has a certain thought behind. It's not just like I thought they were cool putting them like that together, and you can change them and the way you want, and or even omit them, no? So it's like, okay, you can change it. Why? Yes, you can change it. Yes, but why? You can omit some activities. Yes, but why? Yes, what is the benefit for my student, not for me? Yes, when teachers normally use songs in class, what kind of songs do you think they use? You see a teacher all dressed in black, he's going to use rock and metal. Yes, you see a girl in pink, she's going to use pop. You see a guy with circle glasses, yes, and whatever, he's going to use the Beatles, no? Long hair, smoking weed, whatever. He's going to use probably the Beatles or the Doors, not smoking, no? The Doors. Why? Because we use the material that we like and that the things that we have used before and they make us feel comfortable. But we have to think about the things that the students really need. Yes. So, for example, I play a song in class. Does it have to do with the context? Does it have to do with the content? Yes. Or is, for example, I use it because my student struggles with listening, and She Loves You is going to be helpful for him because it's not that difficult. It's not so challenging. Yeah. So it needs to have a certain academic purpose. Yes. Okay. The selection of material. If you have used books, you will notice there are 2 kinds of books. books that use like articles from newspapers, or for example, you see the life of Michael Jackson, no? But nowadays, if you give a student about the life of Michael Jackson, they will say, who's Michael Jackson? Yes, Madonna. And nowadays they don't know, not many people, young students know Madonna, no, or something like that, or Obama. They don't even remember Peña Nieto from Mexico. You want them to remember Obama, no? So I chose interchange because it's atemporal. Yes, if you notice the topics is they a couple visiting New York City, but they don't mention anything that has to do with time. So you might be teaching this class today or in 10 years, and it will still fit. Yes, that's why I chose that book. Okay, so be careful when you use this. When you prepare your own material. So think, is this game going to be useful for me to use it in a year, for example? Yes. Because I don't want to be preparing materials all the time, no? Okay. Managing the teaching, this is module 3. The teaching and learning process, yes. Teachers and learners language in the classroom. Functions of the teacher language, something that, imagine a first level student, no? Lesson 10. And the teacher says, so would you please be so kind to tell me what the missing word is in this sentence, in this statement? And the student says, what? Que me diga que no hace falta. So why don't you lower your English level 3 lines? Yes. Okay. Make it fit to that one of the student, and avoid using Spanish by speaking at the level of the student. Okay. In this exercise, you have sentences. These sentences have spaces. You have to write the word that corresponds to that space. So in other words, complete the sentences. You have to use the verb to be. Okay, there is something that we call ICQs, instructional comprehension question, instruction comprehension questions. Yes? And there is something that we call CCQs, concept comprehension question. Okay. The student is going to fill in the blanks with the missing words. The words are in the green box. And I say, okay, Juanito, in this activity, you are going to fill in the blanks or complete the sentences with the words in the green box. And I say, so you are going to complete these sentences in these spaces with these words. Do you understand? Yes. Okay, Juanito, what are you going to do? It's communication. Yes, it's communication. So Juanito, what are you going to do? I'm going to complete the sentence. How? I'm going to use the words. What words? The words that are in the green box. Give me all the information together. What are you going to do? I'm going to complete the sentences with the words that are in the green box. Okay. So this means that I make sure that Juanito has understood what I want him to do. One thing. When you play a listening, you have to don't play. There is something that we call empty listening. Empty listening is listen to this conversation. Boom. That's not what we want. Yes, what we want is to tell the student something to do before he starts listening. So you say, okay, Juanito, you will hear a conversation. What are they? Listen. Okay. Another thing that I have noticed, some teachers play the audio once and they say, okay, Juanito, answer these 10 questions. Wait. Juanito, I'm going to play the listening once. Yes. and you will answer this question. What are they? Okay. If they have a higher level, what are they? How many people are there? What is the relationship between them? Okay. Let me write the questions in WhatsApp. Okay. What are they? What is the relationship between them? And how are they feeling? No. Answer this question based on the listening. Yes. Okay. The listen. Okay, Juanito. Yes. Do you understand? Yes, teacher. Because you gave a short task. Listening one. Okay. Then the Juanito answers the question. You make sure that Juanito answers with complete sentences that uses period at the end. When a student is having structure mistakes, is not speaking, have them write a lot. Have them write a lot. Okay, Juanito. Well, Juanito has a high level. Okay, maybe I will accept verbal answers. No, Juanito, okay. Where are they? They are in New York. What is the relationship between them? They are a couple. What are they? They are visiting. They visiting. They are visiting because they are on vacations. Okay, tell me all the information together. What did you hear about? Yes, what was the listening about? It's a conversation between two people. They are a couple. They are in New York because they are visiting because they had to go on vacation and they wanted to go there. Okay, good. Excellent. I accept it. You don't need to write it because you are demonstrating proficiency in communication. Yeah, okay. Okay, for example, Monica, what do you understand? 3 people in New York. It's a couple and visit like they like New York a lot. Can you write that, please? Yes. Okay, it's not a structure. Okay, I break it in questions. Okay, now I'm going to write some questions, please, in WhatsApp. Answer them, please. Okay. Question number 1. How many people are there? Are 2 people, and what is the subject? Yes. I don't know if you have noticed that in some lesson plans, I at the end, I give a quiz. It's an interchange video with 20 or 30 questions. Have you, and they are in different colors? They have different colors. Do you remember them in some lesson plans? Yes? Evelyn says no. Yes? Yeah, Jessica says, which questions, which quizzes? Yes? Okay. So, for example, let me. Okay. Merari says, what the heck are we talking about? Are you still there? Yes? Okay.
Sorry, I'm driving.
No, yes, I know. I just wanted to know that you were still. Okay. Okay. Who has taught this lesson? Lesson 1, intermediate level. No? Nobody? Carlos? Merari, have you taught this lesson?
I think yes, but long ago.
Okay, long ago. Well, let me tell you
Like a year ago.
Let me tell you something, guys. In order to protect my business, our business, but all the business in general, we have 4 levels: intro, first, second, and yes. Normally, to teachers that will be given intro, they will teach intro and second level. Teachers that teach first level will be teaching first and third level. Why? So that you don't have the connection in material between the intro and the first. And you don't have the sequence between first and second. So you have, okay, so in case that you want to use, you can use the material in your classes, yes, in your private classes, yes. But it will take you years to have all the systems together, yes. Okay, number 1, why do you have, why you are more than one teacher teaching a student? Because it's necessary that the teacher that there are the student listens to more people speaking, so that they can give teachers can give feedback to it, like I notice he's doing these things like wrong, and why don't we do it like this, what etc. Yes, why don't we work it like that, etc. Yes, and another reason is that if I give only one teacher, yes, then this the nobody's teaching Rolando. All right, either from the teachers who are here now. Okay, well, Rolando is a student that I was teaching in presential classes, some face-to-face classes some years ago, and then then I couldn't continue teaching him, but I sent another teacher, and then the teacher told me, "Hey, guess what? Rolando asked me how much I charge him for teaching him classes apart from you, no, like and then I was like, trying to steal my students, right? So it is, imagine a student who has 3 teachers and says, I like teacher Jessica because of this. I like teacher Excel because of that. I like teacher Merari because, wow, no. Okay, she has beautiful smile. Okay, and then, so imagine if he wants to take, no, but if he wants to take a class apart, so he will have to pay 3 teachers. And for the teacher, is going to say, well, teacher Felipe is paying me 125 pesos the hour. He charges the students 200. From that difference 75, he has to pay Carlos, and he has to pay, we are saving to have a website, and so my income per hour, my income per hour, yes, is really low, no? 25 pesos probably. Of course, my intention is to get 25 pesos with lots of classes being taught. So, and then this is the intention. I do all of this with the intention that if a student says, Merari, teach me classes, please, but, and Merari says, Teacher Felipe is paying me 125. Yes, this student, what? I will have to charge him less, 100. So in order to convince him, but I will have to prepare the material. I will have to prepare all of it. No, it's not worth it. So I better keep working here, yes? Okay. So I'm telling you this because these tips might help in case that you decide to open your own school and see how you can take care of your material. Okay. So you can see this, no? This is the video. And this is for example, you play the video. What do you do first? Okay, guys, you're going to watch a video and you're going to answer 40 questions. Of course not. I'm going to play the video for one time. Yes, and you are going to tell me what is melting pot here? Yes, and how many people are there in the video, and what do they do? No? What do they do? Where are they? What are they doing there? Or what are they doing in the United States? Okay. Okay. So, Merari, what do you understand? There are these videos about melting pot. Melting pot is a TV show. Wonderful. Yes. Evelyn, yes, and so give me more information. Well, the first interview was I said, but okay, I will play the listening again. I will play the video again, but this time you're going to answer this question. What is the structure of a question? Question, word, auxiliary, subject, action, complement. Yes. What is the structure of an answer? Subject, auxiliary, action, complement, except for do, does, did when they are not used in affirmative. Yes. Okay. Well, what is this? Question, word. What is this? The auxiliary. What is this? The subject. What is this? The action. What is this? The complement. And what is the answer? Subject, auxiliary, action, complement. What is the answer? Yellow, red, blue, green. Yellow, red, blue, green. So I tell students all the time, the auxiliary of the question is the auxiliary of the answer. The subject of the question is the subject of the answer. Most of the time, of course. Except, for example, what are you doing? I am doing working now, right? What are you doing? You? No, because you is the question, I use the answer. No, okay. But anyway, but what is the intention that to give a psychological impact to students. Underline is the question word. Red is the auxiliary. It's a way to familiarize the student. Ah, I remember that this is a psychological impact. I remember that did or ought to is an auxiliary. Teacher, ought to is an auxiliary, right? And I say, yes, it's an auxiliary. Why? How do you know? Because it's in red. Okay. But they have learned that auxiliaries have certain functions, no? Before to make questions, negatives, etc. No? Okay. Then what is the intention of these quizzes? That they have a review of structures, that they use complete sentences, that they can learn how to make questions, that they and that they review different tenses, because this is present, past, present and past. Yes, simple actions, continuous actions. But there are some quizzes that use ought, may, present perfect, future perfect, etc. And students have not even been taught that. But the intention is to familiarize students with different auxiliaries, with all auxiliaries, with all tenses. Yes. Okay. So the student has finished, and then the teacher starts having a conversation about the video. And you think that the teacher cannot say, the student cannot say anything more. And I'm thinking, what can I ask the student in order to stretch this conversation? No, okay. Now I am the host of this TV show. Yes, so, and I introduce the host. I will introduce you. You are one of the interviewers. Yes. Okay. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Felipe Velasquez, your host at Melting Pot. Yes. And in this show, we are going to interview immigrants. Yes, so here we have Itzel from Mexico. Hi, welcome. Okay, Itzel, yes. And you can ask questions. Tell me about you, why you come to the United States, and etc. etc. No? Ah, wonderful. Okay, Itzel, we have 3 minutes, Itzel. Now you are the host, and I am the interviewee, yes? So you can play role play. So, well, but this is a function of this quiz, yes? Okay. Here. Oh, no. Okay. Selection. You can see the slide, right? Okay. Ah, okay. 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 Then this is, we were in module 3. So it's solving the problems in class, no? The functions of the teacher language, lowering my use of English so as to make it match with that of the student. Learner's language, the same. So having, okay, the student says, and, okay. I have to teach the student other ways to say and, or because, okay, etc. No, so sorry, but in the last class we learned another way to say because. Do you remember it? Okay, so categorize learning mistakes. If there is a slip, an error, or a mistake, no? Remember, a slip, I made a mistake because I was careless, but I can self-correct. Yes? Mistake. I have been taught about that. I made a mistake, but if the teacher asks me questions, maybe I can self-correct. Yes. An error is I make a mistake, but it's something related to things that I haven't learned. No. Okay. Matching the teaching. Okay. Classroom management. Teacher roles. It's a romantic concept. No, the teacher is a provider. The teacher is a facilitator. The teacher is a manager. The teacher is a mother, a father. No, okay. Grouping. There are activities. Well, normally our classes are focused on the principle of one teacher, one student. No, the intention is in the near future to grow and have groups. Yes? Okay. If I have, for example, like we are 6. How can we work an activity? Three pairs, no? Pairs. So for example, Merari, you're going to work with Itzel. Jessica, you're going to work with Evelyn. And Felipe, I will work with Carlos. Yes? So the teacher can also include himself or herself in one of the groups. Grouping, groups of 3. Yes, okay. And now you answer this exercise, and after you have finished, okay. For example, we make 3 groups of 3. You are students 1, 2, and okay, you are 1, 2, 3. You're 1, 2, 3. You're 1, 2, 3. Okay. After they have finished answering, okay, all the ones together, all the 2s together, all the 3s together, compare your answers. No? Why you answer like that? Correcting, how you correct, you provide the answer just like that, or students check each other's and the students who know more correct the ones who know less. Yes, or how you are going to give the answers. No feedback. Okay, so okay, how remember, always start with something positive. You're a wonderful teacher. I like your enthusiasm, like you will read in your reports, observation reports, but yes, there is always a but, no? Okay, there is always something to correct. So always give feedback that will help, no? Rating. What is all the exams, all the certification exams that are given in banks means that this is a kind of exam that nobody fails. Yes, because there are kind of those certification tests, diagnostic tests, this is one of them, and proficiency tests. Proficiency test is you are able, you are not, you fail, you pass. That's it. Diagnostic test is you are at this level. Yeah, teacher, can I pass? Can I fail the TKT exam? No, you cannot fail it. You can get but 1. Of course, the school you go and show your certification, the TKT certification is the one that decides if band 1 is sufficient for them or not. Yes, okay. It's like when you were choosing a couple, no? I want a man who has money, who is independent, who is 25, who takes me on vacation to the, well, I met Brian Alexander. Yes, he's 25, but he doesn't have a job. And then you start like evaluating, okay, I can give a concession here, but not here, etc. No, okay. Sometimes it is the demand, no? Like one day a teacher said, hey, why are you so strict selecting? Well, why are you so flexible nowadays with choosing teachers? And now when I came here, you asked me, it's because you came in a time we didn't need more. We didn't need teachers, no? And now it's urgent for us to have teachers. No? Yes, he breathes. Okay, hire him. Yes. Okay. So band 4. So what is the intention to get? Band 3, band 4 are considered a pass for many institutions or acceptable. Yes, band 2, band 1 is like limited. Huh? Okay. So a number of correct answers. Yes, for this. No, it's how many people passed in each band in the year 2004. This is the certification you are given. Yes, that Cambridge gives this to this person. Okay. Isn't the language level rather low? Yes. You can reduce teaching to a lot of objective questions. Yes, you can. Yeah, teaching and learning are complex processes. Isn't this kind of approach just reductive and trivializing, whatever it is, just I think I can give you this information. This is a book. When we finish this, I will, well, no, I will send you, after you take the first test, I will send you the book, the second edition. Yes. Start the question and answer. Yes, okay. The modules is focusing just what I told you what the modules are about. Activity and practice test. Yes, each is there are 3 tests, one for each. There are 3 tests for each module. Yes. How can you take the TKT test for those who have not taken? You have to look for a Cambridge authorized center, like is the Anglo, the British Council, International House. Yes. So then you just check, when can I take the, well, you can ask them the question, when you can take the TKT course, and they tell you there, no? They tell you in the Anglo, they tell you in International House, but I live in Sinaloa. Okay, then they can tell you the closest place where you can take the exam, no? Normally, these tests are given every 3 months in out of Mexico City, or in big cities like Monterrey, Guadalajara, Mexico City is like every month. Yes. The cost is like almost 2,000 per module. You might decide if you take the 3 modules at the same time, or you take 1 month the first module, another month the second module, another of the next module. Yes. Okay. And you are given separate certifications for each module. Even if you take the 3 modules at one time, yes, you are given separate certifications for each module. Okay. Technical resources. Okay, so I'm going to. You can check on these links and see if they are still active. But anyway, I will give you materials. Yeah, it's repeated. Okay, very good. Let me open the exam. Let me show you the exam. Here it is. Yes, this is an example of what I'm going to send you. The whole text, the whole test. Yes. So each, for example, this is module 1. Yes, module 1. Okay. 1 hour and 20 minutes. You have 80 questions. If you have 80 questions to answer in 2 hours, how many minutes do you have per question? 80 questions, you see? How many questions, how many minutes do you have for each question? Like 2 hour, 1 hour, 20 minutes is 80 minutes, no? So you have a minute per question. Okay. Okay, let's try. So this is the introduction. For example, here, they read all the time, read the instructions before answering. For questions 1 to 5, match the example language with the grammatical terms listed A to F. These are the terms and these are the grammatical terms. Who, which, that, what are they? Possessive adjectives, relative pronouns, reflexive pronouns, demonstrative adjectives, prepositions of place, prepositions of movement. Across, along, of, yours, ourselves, themselves, yours, your, his, our, above, against, by. Yes? Pay attention that you have 5 language examples and you have 6 grammatical terms. There will be one you will not use. Okay, grammar concepts, these terms. For question 6, match the underlying words in the text with the grammatical terms. For example, you have this pronoun, collective pronoun, plural, compound noun, proper noun, uncountable noun. Yes? So if you take this reading, what is Lake Volta? A pronoun, a collective noun, a plural noun, a compound noun, a proper noun, or an uncountable noun. Yes? Okay. Here we have, for questions 11 to 16, choose the correct words to complete each definition. Okay, it's a group of words which together mean something different from the meanings of the individual words. What is that? An idiom, a phrase, or a class? Yes? Here, you have example sentences, yes? So here we have the functions. Functions is why people speak, yes? I speak to negotiate. I speak to complain. I speak to invite. I speak to agree, yes? This burger hasn't been cooked properly. How about reading the latest Harry Potter book? It's brilliant. I wouldn't need that apple if I were you. It looks bad. Excuse me, it's too late to get a ticket for the disco tonight. Yes, what do you think of my new year? Suggesting, disagreeing, advising, asking for opinion, inquiring, and complaint. Here, pronunciation. Yes. They say for questions 22 to 29, each word has two vowel sounds. E. Okay, which are these? Which represent this and E? Curly. This is O. No, this is ow, and this is A. A, E. This is ow, I, A.
Like that.
Huh? So color chart, yeah. Yeah, this is E, not E. It's E. This is E. Yes. Okay. No, this is E. E. And then yes. Cultural or long. Yes. 3 or 12, no? Okay. A or and E. Yes. Okay. So, and then writing of skills. So before I start, I write down as many ideas as I can. What is that? Yes, what skill is that? Organize my main points into different paragraphs in Notepad. What is that? Yes. Okay, summarizing. This language skills with 3 possible descriptions. What is summarizing? Choose the answer. Yes, techniques. These are techniques. Choose the technique that corresponds to this. Encourage learners' autonomy. Find out what the students think, etc. Motivation techniques. Learners' comments to the description of the learner's preference. So this learner wants explanations of grammar rules. What did the student say? So that you can say that he likes grammar rules. Huh? Learning strategies. Okay. These are learning strategies. These are the definitions, no? Or the examples. Teaching approaches, presentation, practice, and production, PPP. This is what I am using, PPP, presentation, practice, and production. Task-based learning. So today we're going to learn how to make a newspaper. Yeah. Okay, so this is task-based learning. Grammar translation is just like, okay, write this sentence in English. Transform it into a question. Yes. Okay. Types of speaking practice, oral fluency practice, control oral practice, neither. Control is that the teacher says, sorry, what did you say? Oral fluency is speak. Yes. Okay. This is something this is my big problem with quick learning, Harmon Hall, the Anglo, and British Council. Yes. In Harmon Hall and the Anglo. No, in quick learning, if a student makes a mistake, interrupt immediately and correct. Yes. In Harmon Hall is no, sometimes you have to correct. What is that? No. In Harmon Hall and quick learning is Harmon Hall and Harmon Hall in the Anglo and the British Council. It was like, if you are going to correct on the spot, you have to tell the student, okay, we are going to talk about it, but if you make a mistake, I will correct. Yes, I will say, hey, stop. What? Sorry. So say that again. Yes. Okay. You have to tell your students, and this is a tip I'm giving in observation, like, what is your activation for correction? For example, you're teaching a class and you say, okay, whenever I do this, I show you my hand, is you made a mistake and you have to stop because I will correct you. Or when I say, what? Sorry. Or if I tell you, what the? Yes, it's because you know that there is a mistake and I'm going to give you correction. But there are some times in which you have, like especially at the end of a class, yes, let the teacher, the student talk and write, take notes of the corrections you have to make. So with that information, you can tell at the end of the class, okay, in this activity, you said this, but it is like this, it is this like that, this like that, no? So the students have to know that they are being corrected. Yes? For example, if okay, Carlos, ask me a question.
What's your name?
Felipe.
Felipe what? Complete answer, please.
But not having to do with this, something in which I can make a mistake in grammar, no grammar mistake.
Okay,
What
what did you eat yesterday?
I eat hamburger yesterday. Give me the correct answer. I ate.
Okay, remember that.
No, don't give me correction. Tell me this.
Oh, okay. You ate hamburgers yesterday.
Yes, I ate hamburger. Yes, I ate hamburger yesterday. So you see what I make, he tells me, for example, it's a typical joke, no? Like, for example, you have to say, I eat hamburger yesterday. Tell me that. I eat.
What?
No,
eat. What did you eat yesterday?
No. I am asking you, Carlos, what did you eat yesterday? Can you tell me?
I eat hamburgers.
Okay, I ate hamburgers. Yes.
Okay, I ate hamburgers.
Okay, but the joke is this, no? We're going to do the same. Ask me the question.
What did you eat yesterday?
I eat hamburgers.
You eat
No,
hamburgers?
don't correct me. Say I ate hamburgers.
You ate hamburgers?
No, tell me I ate hamburgers.
I ate hamburgers?
It's because this is what some teachers are doing. Look, some teachers are doing this. The student says, I eat hamburgers, and the teacher says, I ate hamburgers.
Oh, got it.
Okay, they give the right answer, the correction, without telling the teacher, the student, I am giving you correction. You made a mistake, and the student is like, I didn't even notice I was being corrected. So ask me the question again.
What did you eat yesterday?
I eat hamburgers.
You ate hamburgers.
No, tell me, I ate hamburgers. Tell me it's.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
I have.
What did you eat yesterday?
I eat hamburgers.
Okay. You eat hamburgers?
No. You don't get it.
We need to practice this.
No. You're trying to correct me. You are acting as a teacher, as a right teacher. No. Forget it. Itself.
Yeah.
Let's try with itself. Maybe itself has understood. You will ask me, what did you eat? What did you eat yesterday? I will tell you, I eat hamburger, and you tell me, I ate hamburger. Like the correction, I ate hamburger. Okay. Ask me the question.
What did you eat yesterday?
I eat hamburgers.
Eat in present?
No, don't correct me. Tell me the answer. I ate hamburger. No.
Sorry.
No.
Felipe, sorry.
Excuse me.
I was answering a phone call.
Yes. Listen again. Listen to my instruction again. Sorry. You will ask me, what did you eat yesterday? And I will tell you, I eat hamburger. I eat hamburgers yesterday. And you will tell me the correct sentence. I ate hamburger. Like a grandmother or.
Yeah. Okay. What did you eat yesterday?
I eat hamburgers.
I ate hamburger.
You too, teacher? It's delicious. They are nice. They are nice yesterday. So you see, the teachers are giving corrections on the spot, telling the students the right thing to say, and the students are thinking that it's the continuation of the conversation. Yes. Yeah. Now you got it. Yes. It's like that is something that I noticed yesterday or in all this week. Yes. The student said, Nino is working, teacher. I am not working. Ah, you too. Oh, it's very difficult, right, teacher? Yes. You see, this is what is happening. Yes. What is happening? The students don't know they are being corrected. How can they know that they are being corrected? You say, hey, what did you say? I eat hamburger yesterday. Sorry. I eat. Yes, I eat yesterday. What is the action for yesterday? For eat? Ah, I eat. Okay, so what is the correction? I ate hamburger yesterday. Thank you. Can you say it again? I ate hamburger again. The problem is that if you want the students to speak with fluency and you correct every time they make a mistake, and so you have to say, what is my focus? Speaking for fluency, speaking for structure. In this activity, we are going to speak for fluency. My focus is fluency. I will not stop. Speak. I will take those out the mistakes and I will give the correction. Okay. My focus is structure. So anytime my focus is structure, so I have my red card, my green card, my yellow card as a referee. When I show you the card, you have to stop because you made a mistake. Okay. Or when I said, yes, okay, you will stop because you have made a mistake. Okay, the student is talking and he says a mistake. Maybe it's like, this is my sign symbol that I have to make. I have to give correction. Okay, for example, Carlos, I eat hamburger. Yeah. What did you eat yesterday?
I eat hamburgers.
What did you eat yesterday?
I eat pizza.
Okay, very good. So you said I eat, but we're speaking about yesterday. What is the action? Eat in yesterday, in past?
I do not, teacher.
Okay, very good. So, okay, don't worry. I will
I
write the,
eat it.
excellent. Very, no, don't worry. I will write the conjugation in the WhatsApp group. In present, I eat. In past, I ate. Okay? So, Carlos, what did you eat yesterday?
I ate pizza.
Ah, very good. Why did you eat pizza? Do you like it? Now, can we continue the conversation? Yeah? Okay? Very good. Thank you. Yes, classroom activities for oral fluency, for control of practice, for NIDA. Yes? Okay. So, some activities to practice English, to correct the sentence, no, grammar. Jumble sentence, odd one out. Jumble sentence transformation. Affirmative to negative, present to past. Jumble sentence, like put it in the right order. Or the one out, what is different? Yes, form filling, complete the sentence. Multiple choice, ABC. Categorizing, which is first, second, or third. Labeling, okay, what is the name of this? What is the name of this? Choose from the box. A gap fill, complete the sentence. Okay. Well, I was going to give some terms. And this, you have to say these activities. What is the name of these activities? Yes. Okay, very good. I'm going to close the session. Yes, and open it again. It's the same link you enter with. Yes, it's the same. It will be the same link for all our classes. So that I stop continue recording for TOEFL. Yes. So we will have just some minutes at the top, right? Because we have taken almost the 2 hours for teaching, but I think it was necessary. Yes. Okay.
They're not coming back. I gotta go.
Okay.
Sorry.